And a very good warm welcome to every single one of you this evening for the PUBG Africa. For PUBG Africa's pre-battle this evening. We have 18 teams. Unfortunately, 17 teams are in at the moment, with Tricksters struggling with getting the update done there. So unfortunate for them. But tonight, I am joined by Unfixed. What's up, my dude?
What's up, Godfather? Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to catch some PUBG action tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be some good PUBG action as well. We've got about 15 seconds before all the players start to jump in towards the action here, as I just want to turn up Unfixed just a little bit here so you guys can also hear him nice and crisp and clean.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy game, and everyone's going to jump into play. Playing path though, fairly northern here, going from a east to west, just over Al Pozo, underneath Al Zahar, over San Martin, just above San Martin as well. As we do normally have, we have the guys are going to be jumping out of the plane. We also got some coach, only the one coach in for today, as only the one team needed. It will be Kritzy, as you can see there on screen. He's going to be jumping himself in towards the water and drowning himself there out. And straight away we see the Slick Daddy Club, which is a full team, which is great to see a full team Slick Daddy Club here. We've obviously missed, they've been a couple of 3-man teams for a while now, so it's good to see a full man Slick Daddy Club. I'm going to be keeping my eye out on them, that is for sure, but we already have almost a crash here with the 99 Thieves, previously known as Ominous Gaming. I see we do have a couple of color clashes here happening. It seems that the color things do seem to kind of not work out sometimes, but you know, these things do happen. And Ferry Crew going to be making their movement over to Al Pozo, and Nos Gaming is going to look like they're going to be taking Power Grid here. Now, Unfixed, this is your drop spot, right? Power Grid. What do you think of it? What does Power Grid offer you here?
Power Grid is nice because it's pretty center. So to rotate out of it is it makes it a lot easier. And then obviously there's more than enough loot for everyone there. You get the Esports vehicle there, maybe one or two other vehicles close around it as well. So that makes it a really nice drop spot for competitive PUBG.
Oh, nice. So Power Grid going to be taken up by Nos Gaming. He sees the circle centering up into the fairly northern part over here. So we're not going to see a nice little south point. Haven't seen this zone in a while though. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. We also got the brand new team over here of Team Diversity, who's going to have Jesus, Abdu, Spartacus, and Android going to be all playing up themselves over here. Spartacus obviously making his leave from a different team, obviously on towards his new team that he's created. He's captaining that team as well. We got the Rusty squad a little bit under pressure by against all odds, and Freddy will get knocked out there, as we kind of lagged out there for a couple of seconds, but Slothy Monkey will get the knock onto Franny. And the Rusty squad in a bit of a predicament will get flushed out there by Dan in the end of the day, as we got Wingat as well. It was just to the other side of Opozo, and Vortex has just moved himself out of La Cobb. Genesis taking their way over towards Opozo side, a bit of a different jump spot for them as well. We also got the Brothers in Arms. Have you played with these guys Unfixed? Brothers in Arms? We have Slayer, Gasman, Molotov Man, and
I
Rambo.
think I've played a few games with Slayer before. I'm not really too familiar with some of these players, but I think I might have played a few games with Slayer before in the past.
Obviously, this is a team that's looking to get themselves, as we see Soul Sayer from 99 Thieves does get a knock onto our new team here, which is Silent Killers. We're going to move over to Soul Sayer's position over here as he knocks out one of the members of Silent Killers. He's got Tornado just in front of him as well, as he just waits for them to peek out here. Slayer making his debut, yes, last week, back in the scene. Good to see him back, as he now is going to try and throw out a couple more of smokes just to give himself a little bit more cover here. We got Tornado also just trying to see what he can do here, but looks like he might get the raise on towards his teammate, as he just tries to see what he can do here. I hear some more Vehicles coming through. Norman just going to be playing off the back here. He may spot out Static for Touch here, who used to be part of the 4 Slayers. Good to see him back in towards the team as well. We've got HK Magic in the top of the hill there as well. So some shots get rained out there from HK Magic on towards Norman, and now 99 Thieves need to see what they can do here. Pleb playing the off angle over towards Static for Touch, but we'll get the knock on towards Static for Touch. Now needs to spot out HK Magic, and he will get spotted out by him instead. And now 2 members, it looks like they are going to get the res up here. The aggression not coming out there from Soul Slayer will kind of punish them in the end. Static for Touch, though, it does look like he may just bleed out in the end. As the shot came raining out there from Soul Slayer on towards the members of Static for Touch will get eliminated there. So Silent Killers here. Gonna be down to 1 members. HK Magic gonna be taking some shots over to Soul Slayer. Headshot can take his own teammate there out in the end. Well, just run him over. That's always an unfortunate scene of events, hey, Unfix, when your teammate runs you over inside a lobby.
It is for sure. It is for sure, especially if you are finding yourself in a bit of a stressful situation.
100%. Tornado does get the knock on towards Pleb now, and will the push come out here from Tornado? Will throw out the Molotov here as Soul Slayer tries to cover onto him, but Tornado will get the knock on towards Slayer as well, and Pleb will get flushed out there by Silent Killers, and Silent Killers trying to fight their way back here. Norman not offering as much support as probably 99 Thieves would have hoped at this stage. Casey gonna try and get himself in and around here, try and see if he can maybe cover off his teammates. Does he get spotted out here as Norman makes his rotation in towards the building in the background here. Zelda will take out Fearless Coach from Team Majesty in the background, and Soul Slayer will get flushed out there. Silent Killers pick themselves up 2 kills in the early stages, and here comes the fight over to Nas Gaming to pull away from that. 2 members of Team Majesty down at the moment. Fearless Coach does get flushed out in the end of the day, and it looks like Scarface will get shortly flushed out as well. We still got Nixon and 1337. I think we said what we're going to call it, Leet.
Yes.
Leet. So TF2 just holding this angle here for Nas Gaming, trying to see what he can play out here. Nixon just going to make his movement further on, but TF2 actually might just spot out Leet going to make his movement here. Does indeed spot him out, and Spray comes out there. He does win out the duel in the end, but Nixon trying to offer some cover towards his teammates here as TF2 pulls back just in time here.
Not really the start Team Majesty would have wanted, I guess.
No, definitely not the start. This is, a feared team inside the lobby, and they got 2 knocks, and it will only be Nixon left alive here. But we can, the solo players. I've seen this also in the PSL. The solo players can do a lot of damage to these 4-man teams, and
absolutely.
Yeah. So don't count out Team Majesty yet. Nixon is a very well-versed player here. But against Nas Gaming, looks like Nas Gaming are going to just try and get this one flushed out as quickly as possible, as Jack going to make his way in towards this as Leet does get in the end flushed out. Scarface will bleed out as well, and the Molotov going to be raining out there from Jack as they make their push in towards this compound where Nixon is trying to hold. 2 big teams here, Nas Gaming, or both African teams in the north. Good to see we still have these teams inside our pre-battles coming in here now, trying to get themselves a spot in towards the main battles, which is on Sunday evening. Top 9 advance, and we'll have another 18 team lobby coming in towards Sunday as well. But Nixon, I'm just going to hold strong for now, see what he can do here as we look towards the zone. New rule set here as well and fixed. We got the new rule set of 2021 that's in place here, as we just will quickly cast over what's happening here. Nixon gets put down to 1 HP, and he just makes it inside the building. But here comes the push here from Nas Gaming as the grenades come flying in towards Nixon here. He needs to try and see what he can do. The grenades are just getting lobbed as he gets on towards the top of the building here, and the grenades are going to continue going in towards the bottom of his compound. Going to throw out a flashbang towards the team members and see what he can do. Jack holding the different angle there on top, so Nas Gaming looking to complete out this fight. Can Nixon maybe steal a kill or two away from Nos Gaming here? As he pulls back as well. He knows exactly that he's getting a little bit flashed out here. More flashbangs coming out here from Nos Gaming as the second shot. Does get the first knock on towards him. Can he get the second knock? He can't get the second knock. And Majesty will be eliminated out in 17th position. But coming back to what I was saying, new rule set coming in here. It's interesting. It does take a little bit longer for phase 1 to start and to shrink. It was 180 seconds, now it's 240 seconds. And in the mid part, there's a kind of like a between phases, I think it's 5 and 8 or 5 and 7, that is added 10 seconds each to up to 60 seconds that you get the wait time. But then the shrinkage has been decreased from 3 to 4 by 30 seconds. So not anything spawn related changes, is more just the zone. But that zone that we just seen from a hard shift here, hard shifts,
wow,
unfixed. These are
that is quite a hard shift all the way down south.
And then how do you say these teams should deal with these sort of, if you're out of the zone, for instance, let's look at like against the odds, hard shifting like this, you know, it's going to be difficult because the teams that are inside the zone already are going to have such good positional advantage here. How would you deal with these how do you guys deal with these hardships?
It's definitely difficult because most of the teams would be trying to find real estate. So trying to find an open compound is going to be a bit tough because most of them would already be taken. So what we like to do is we just try to scout in, and we try to like leapfrog into the zone bit by bit. Okay. That is unfortunately the only thing you can basically do in that situation, unless you want to try to full send it to the other side of the zone, but that's obviously very risky. So I would say that's one of the best approaches how to deal with the hard shifts.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you there. Definitely, you know, to get these hard shifts down, it is one of the things. But Diversity will now pull up towards JMSP, who are holding out the graveyard area here, and get Mitch Main with that K9. Going to take some shots over towards Spartacus, as well as Diversity does get themselves into some sort of cover here. Some good players here in Team Diversity, Jesus, Android, Adu, and Spartacus. Seen some good things come out of them in the most recent weeks. Obviously, Abdu, we've seen some good things in the past with Team Majesty as well. Deathmark will eliminate one of the members of the, I think it's Team Wolves, as the rest of Team Wolves trying to make their way across here. There's a lot of shots getting rained over towards Team Wolves. Legends and Nas going to be taking shots over towards them. TF2 going to take some shots over towards the members of Against All Odds, as well as two of the members of Team Wolves will go out as in this game. Mitch Main gets a good bolty shot on towards Android, and now Mitch Main will get another shot. Mitch Main going insane with the bolty. And we had a kind of a discussion with Kritzy yesterday with regards to how should you be playing with bolties and whatever the case is. What are your views with the bolty inside a competitive scene?
I definitely agree with Kritzy with what he said. It's nice because having a bolty can create an opportunity to crash a compound if you get the initial knock. So it can definitely be helpful. But then obviously it also has its cons, where if you knock someone and you try to flush the guy, unfortunately the gun takes long to reload. So in that time he might crawl away behind cover or be behind smoke. So it's a 50-50 basically.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's a 50-50. Like, I think maybe JMSP were a little bit slow there. They had the two knocks. Maybe could have maybe made a push on towards Team Diversity in the early stages there. You know, utilize those two knocks that Mitch Main got for them in the early stages there. Does spot out the head of Jesus there as he tries to see, but Jesus not making it so easy. Oh, just misses the head there. Does Mitch Main on towards Jesus. What else can he do here for his team? He's been quite, I mean, I think this is 3 knocks at the moment as Jesus peeks up and takes a couple of AR shots towards him. As we look towards the zone, not many teams inside the zone. Does shift again in towards the center. Picardo, one of the only, and Graveyard, only compounds really left inside this, and it looks like Against All Odds and Legend's going to take on some fights here fairly soon. But can Mitchmain get this knock on towards Jesus? Jesus will tag him up yet again. Just not able to get that spot. Jesus making that movement and not staying still. Really playing a spot of bother there for JMSP and Mitchmain. Rotations coming in from the south. We got Death Seekers coming in. We also got the members of Brothers in Arms going to be making their rotations quite close here towards Bullet for Days. I think Bullet for Days might just hear the rotation. Yes, he does. We'll take the shots as Gasman sitting on top of the buggy here. The shots don't come running out. Does get a little bit tagged up through the car as well as they make their movement up here. But they're going to be running in towards Zandog as he takes some shots over towards them as well. Oh, do we see an M24 shot coming out here from Zandog? Got that suppressor. Sounds pretty good. Feels pretty good spot. I guess we'll get a knock onto towards them as Brothers in Arms do actually make it in towards the cover. But we've got Lasan here who's now sitting here ready and waiting. And what will happen here for Brothers in Arms? I don't think they're going to be aware of this. As Molotov Man makes his movement in here. Does check it out. Did they hear the footsteps of Lasagna? That could be a potential that they may have heard it. The Molotovs are going out to try and see if they can get rid of this member here as Deathmog will take out Orps in the background. As now look at this fight between the members of Team Diversity and JMSP here as they are busy getting a bit of a skirmish coming out here. Getrick trying to see what he can do here as Diversity makes their movement on towards the church. Abdu just behind cover here. Getrick does get a good shot there over towards Abdu as he does get knocked there, and that's unfortunate for Get Wrecked as he now will get knocked over there, and Abdu will need to get the res on towards them as well. Two members there, Mitchmain and Get Wrecked getting knocked on this side of the map, but do have the building for cover here, and it looks like Android will be get flushed out there in the end as Patrick will become the reser for the team. Basus will actually get wrecked in the end. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, interesting that he might have been on his second bleed there. As the zone is about to set its next course, where do we go? Another hard shift. Oh, and we're playing inside this dip as well. This is going to be an interesting ending here, unfixed.
Definitely. I'm really excited to see how the teams are going to rotate into the next zone and from which spots they will be playing.
Yeah, as Sick Daddy Club here. Team Wolves not opting to take the shots on towards Sick Daddy Club here. Perfect shot here for Shadow Warrior. Just take the shot. Need to try and take these shots as Sick Daddy Club prepare themselves to try and get in towards the next zone. Nas also getting themselves ready to get inside the next zone as well. And the shots will come raining out there. Warrior will take out one of their members of Survivor Fighters V2. New team that's joined us here as well, which is great to see them inside the lobby. Just the two did start up with three, maybe having a bit of connection issues as well, as Rashad and Muhammad Tamid will try and see if maybe they can eliminate their sister team here of Survivor Fighters. And more shots getting rained out here towards the members as Spartacus will get taken up by Silent Killers, being really silent coming in from the north there. We still got Khasi, who's alive for the 99 Thieves. And look at this, Jack will get eliminated there in the end. And it looks like Jack is going to get flushed out. Gasman will actually steal that kill away from team as Diversity will get eliminated out in 16th position. Alright, let's see. We got only against the odds though, down to one member. 7 kills, you know, not too bad, but you know, not where they want to be. You know, with the amount of kills, they're going to be happy. You know, 7 kills is quite good for them. And for any team for that matter. Rusty Squad also playing on the edge here. Looks like Deathmog is just going to try and gate these couple of members that are going to be making their movement in here. Headshot going to be struggling there in the background. Looks like he may get out there, but Deathmog will be able to flush out Rusty Squad out in 15th position as he makes his rotation in. Legends will go out in 14th position as they will be eliminated from the zone. And as JMSP now take the fight on towards Survivor Fighters. Mr. Beef Truck getting a couple tags there. New Anthem's last member alive here for Survivor Fighters. And the shot will come raining out from them as well as new anthems will get taken out by the zone as well, and they will go out in 13th position. 12 teams remain, and maybe the new settings maybe catching on. This was one of the things I was thinking that might just catch out the teams here, is this quicker phase between phase 3 and 4, and it's proven here and fixed that it has caught out some of the teams here. We did mention yesterday in our podcast that we are changing up to the new rule set. This is the rule set that's, PSL uses. This is obviously what PGI is going to be using. This is the new rule set that PUBG Esports have deemed to be the rule set for 2021. So, a couple teams getting a little bit caught out here in these phases. As Team Woolworths still inside the area here. We've got 2 members of Silent Killers who are going to be taking on the shots there as well. Brothers, the Slayers will get a knock on towards, Brothers in Arms will get a knock on towards Genesis as they now make their movement and push over towards the Genesis crew here. DJ Epix does get knocked out there as Rambo trying to see if he can spot out one of the members inside here. He doesn't spot it, he does spot him out there, and he will eliminate DJ Epix out there in the lobby. As now they will continue on their way here, and more shots getting rained out towards Deerbolt, as Deerbolt will take out Gasman, but the rotation will come out here. Frenchie, what can you do here for the members of the team? Will spot out Molotov Man, will go out for the flash on towards Gasman. Doesn't spot out Molotov Man in front of him. Slayer trying to make his movement as well, and Rambo will spot him out, and the Brothers in Arms will eliminate Genesis out in 10th position, as now Nas can just simply gatekeep the Brothers in Arms as they try to make their movement in here. Tough spot here for Brothers in Arms on fixed.
Absolutely.
I mean, they did get a couple kills out of that one as well, but for them it's gonna be a bit of a tough situation for them to try and get themselves up this hill. Rambo looks like he may have just found a ridgeline here to kind and play himself onto, which is good for him, as Survivor Fighters 2 will get into a skirmish there with JMSP, and it looks like the shots coming out there towards them as Redak will take some shots over towards the Survivor Fighters V2, assisting JMSP there just a little bit. As the third party comes in, the smokes will come out. Mr. B-Chuck will also go for the res on towards Mitch Main. The Survivor Fighters V2 trying to get themselves in here. Medea will eliminate Deathmog out in the background there, as some Slick Daddy Club will now look over towards Fair Crew as well. Redak will spot out the members of the Silent Killers. Can he get this last kill? HK Magic gonna be just below Redak here. Does he spot this one out? The grenade comes out. Good little grenade coming out there from Redak. Doesn't really connect onto him, but as Brothers in Arms do eventually get eliminated out in 8th position. As now HK Magic gonna spot him out. Can he win this fight out? Redak will win at that fight out, and he will eliminate the members of Silent Killers out in 6th position. A lot of teams just fell there and fixed. 3 teams just fell there in literally a second, and we'll leave our top 4 teams alive here. We got Slick Daddy Club, Death Seekers, JMSP, and Nos Gaming with 2 members left alive here. And for Slick Daddy Club, they got the man advantage here. They need the 4th member. This is what we want to see from Slick Daddy Club. We've seen them do well in these battles before, and recently they've just struggled a little bit with the 3-man. And it seems when they have that 4th man available, they do seem to do some damage in towards these battles. As now Nas Gaming still got the 2 members left alive here. Deathseeker is going to be inside this little crater area here. They're going to have one of the last compounds left alive for them. As now Slick Daddy Club try and break their rotation. They would have heard the fighting coming out there from JMSP. And Nas Gaming now with 9 kills. 9 kills in the top 4 position. You're going to be earning some good points here, Unfixed.
Yeah, they've definitely been doing some work getting the kills. So, really good stuff from Nos.
I mean, it is 1 kill equals 1 point in the end of the day. And, this is what promotes fighting inside a competitive scene, is those kill points do matter quite a bit. Obviously, taking the chicken dinner is also sweet as well for the teams. And Sick Daddy Club trying to find a position where they can play inside this map. They need to be careful of Nas Gaming here, because Nas Gaming can play on top of this hill and really gate Sick Daddy Club like they gated Brothers in Arms here. As Bullet for Days does spot out some of the members of Sick Daddy Club as they make their rotations in towards the area here. Joshi Boshi trying to get himself around here. As now Nas will get a knock on towards Redak there as the push comes across here. Zelda will see out Bluff. Will just take a couple shots. The grenade going to come out towards them as Zandog will eliminate and steal that away from the members of Nos Gaming. Zelda, what can you do here? Does spot out from Wally. What a good shot there coming out from Wally, as now Joshi Boshi will get stolen there by Nos Gaming's kills are just getting stolen everywhere here. This is really unfortunate for Nos Gaming, but look at JMSP here. Got such good sightlines on towards, do they spot out the last member? Wally, you're going to have to go for the res here. We'll just be left here with at the end as TF2 will eliminate Sick Daddy Club out in 4th position. And that was kind of the problem here, coming down this mountain and making their way down into this gap here. They were putting themselves in a bit of a tough position, but you know, for them 4th position will be okay for now. They still got 3 games to get some more points and get themselves further up the leaderboard as TF2 makes their way across here. Now, one thing I would love to see is if Death Seekers can win out this game. Death Seekers would just be the first time they will take out a chicken dinner as well. That would be fantastic to see from Outcast, as JMSP will just hide behind this little ridge line here. Mitch Main coming out with 1 kill and Mr. Beef Chuck with 5. So really doing some good work here is the members of JMSP. Still got that Balti, and see what they can spot on towards TF2 as well. Death Seekers do get outside the safety of the combat. They have to, because the zone has shifted up towards the north here. TF2 could potentially spoil this but looks like Death Seekers has made their way in towards this. So JMSP also needs to make this work, but look at the shot coming out here from TF2. Great shooting coming out there from TF2. And he will now look towards Mr. Beef Truck as well, as Mr. Beef Truck will be the last member standing here for the members of JMSP. The shots will come raining out here from TF2, as Bullet for Days will now take shots on towards TF2, putting him down to 33 HP. We'll just get into cover just in time here, but the shots coming raining out there towards Mr. Beef Truck as the smokes get deployed there by JMSP. And Death Seekers looking to take out this game here. I would love them to take out this game here, as TF2 will eliminate JMSP there out in the end. And now it's just a 3-on-1. Who's your money on here? Unfixed, who's your money on?
It's a bit of a tough one, but I'm going to go with the Death Seekers just because they have the player advantage over TF2, but I won't count him out just yet.
Yeah.
So I think he is more than capable of pulling off the 1v3 clutch.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, TF2, we've seen him do some mad things even in the main scrims on Sunday as well. And
for sure.
Now he'll spot out Zandog, as he does get tagged up there by Zandog as well. He'll take the shots over towards Zandog yet again, not connecting those shots at this stage, but he will get his first. He'll use his med kit here, which will put him up to full HP, as the zone yet again shifts, and it will shift away from the members over here. Zandog being the only one inside the zone for now. TF2 is going to have to do a lot of work here, and Death Seekers just need to make sure that they don't come in one by one here. That is the key. They need to try and stick together, play the trades off if need be. They got the man advantage. They know this, but Bullet for Day is going to run out into the open, and TF2 going to spot this one out here. Will take the shots, not connecting at this stage, as now he will get connected there by the Outcast. And can Death Seekers make this one win out here? Oh, does get tagged out quite a bit there in the end. And TF2 needs to now make a plan here. He needs to get the meds off yet again. Zone will be on his back here, as it will start to encroach in 10 seconds there. And You know, we're going to keep with tier 2's perspective here because here's a 1v3. Easy to spot this one out. Bullet for Days gets tagged up there, but Zandog will get the end with a M24 shot on towards him, and Deathseekers will win out their first chicken dinner with 2 kills. Congratulations to them. I'm so happy for them to take out that chicken dinner. I really am. Really good stuff coming out from Deathseekers there. In second position, Nos will finish out with a grand total of 12 kills in the end. I mean, that's a massive amount of kills there. In third position, JMSP will come out with 6 kills. In fourth was Slick Daddy Club, finishing off with 3 kills. And Fairy Crew will round up your top 5 with 3 kills. And that is match number 1 done and dusted and fixed. Easy game, easy game. And we'll be back soon for the next round in a couple of minutes time, so stay tuned. And welcome back to match number 2 out of 4 this evening. This will be our last Miramar before we move on to Wrangle for the last 2. And Unfixed, great game. I mean, obviously not many kills there for Death Seekers, but I mean, for them to win that chicken dinner gives you that, you know, that good feeling, that hope that you want, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Good team play from them as well. They just had to be patient, wait for TF2 to expose himself on the mountain, and yeah, really well played by them.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, they could have easily, like I said, I was a bit worried, you know, going one by one by one. You know, those are
Yeah.
things that you don't want to be doing in those phases. And, you know, we know how skilled TF2 is. So, yeah, could have gone either way there. But in the end, Death Seekers taking out the first chicken dinner. As you guys were seeing there, the points with those points, we got Noz on 18, Death Seekers on 12, JMSP on 11, Against All Odds on 9. And rounding up your top 5, Silent Killers will be on 8 points. They got 6 kills in that game with 2 placement points. So for them, they're going to be pretty happy. This flight path, though, going from west to east, pretty southern flight path going over to Masera and on top of Los Leones. So it's going to be a bit of a different scenario here for the teams here Unfixed.
Definitely. Most of these teams, or a lot of them, might have to use their alternative drop spots, or even try to find vehicles and then rotate to their primary drop spots. So it's going to be interesting to see where most of these teams will be dropping and how they'll be finding themselves in their drop locations.
Yeah, definitely. We can see there, we're going to see Silent Killers and in Team Majesty going to be going over towards Picardo here. We know Team Majesty is they do like Picardo. They take Picardo even in the EU scrims and the PSL. You know, this is their jump location. So very well versed here. It'll be interesting to see how Silent Killers actually take on that fight between them as well. Noz Gaming jumping in between Slick Daddy Club there as well, as we see a couple of teams going to be making themselves a little bit further on. We got Survivor Fighters V2 going to just jump over the Impala area as the Rusty squad get themselves in towards Impala. Against All Odds going to go in towards their normal loot drop, which is Los Leones. And the zone shifting over towards the western side in the middle. I mean, these zones are pretty common coming out of these for this western zone. So teams should know what's going on here Unfixed.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of these teams will be used to these zones, so they'll know which locations will be good for them to play from, how to rotate to get there. So, yeah.
Could be a good game as well coming in. We've also got 99 Thieves who are inside the zone, going to be looting just around La Bendita all the way going up to Junkyard, as we can see. Slayer going to drive himself over towards them. As now, let's look over towards Picardo here. We got Majesties versus the Silent Killers here. I mean, Silent Killers coming in for their first round here. Good to see a new team coming in, and this is going to be interesting to say the least, to see how Silent Killers can deal with Majesty. They also got Vega, who's now joined them as well, which is their normal squad is going to play here, as Vega has spotted out HK Magic as the shots come raining out there with the SKS. We'll try and won't get any hits here, but here comes Fearless Coach up the stairs here. They're going to be doing this quite a quick push coming out here from Team Majesty as they get themselves really, really quick up here behind HK Magic. Is going to be busy clearing out the rim together here. Good team play coming out here from Team Majesty. And what are we going to see here now? Looks like they... Oh, I do go off of that, which is really unfortunate. I hope you catch it out. As Fearless Coach will get knocked out there. HK Magic will be able to get that knock, but Elite will get the knock in the end, as Observer just kind of failed me there going into the abyss. And now Vega does spot out the other 2 members of Silent Killers as they're just playing over on this side of the hotel area. Grenade's going to come out here, and this could potentially... Oh, that flashbang though, it does get flashed. Grenade does do some damage over towards Silent Killers. Static for Touch and Gyato are going to make their movement a little bit back here, as the Genesis team going to be taking on Diversity in... Let's see where they're taking... Oh, this is down at the bottom in the south here. Each team getting a knock here, as Frenchie does get eliminated there in the end of the day. Abdu still knocked here, but here comes Deervald. Born Slippy also knocked here. DJ Epics, what can he do here for his team as they make this push up over towards it? Jesus does know he's got the shotgun. No, he's going to use the SKS, it seems. Playing up quite close here towards Deervald. Good shot there coming out there from Jesus. And he will flush that one out there in the end of the day. As now they'll be left down to only one member, DJ Epic's last member that will be left here for Rusty Genesis, as he needs to make his way out of this compound, and he is indeed doing that, as now the fight will rage on in Picado. As we see now, let's see what happens between these two teams here. It's just the last member of Silent Killers here, but he will get eliminated there as Team Majesty do hold their compound here in Picado. And Silent Killers will go out, but not without a fight yet. I mean, they did get a flush out there. Vega being knocked, and Nixon the person to get the final kills onto them. So a good little skirmish here from Silent Killers on towards Team Majesty Unfixed.
Yeah, it's always nice to see those early fights. But well played by Team Majesty. They were very aggressive from the start. They knew that there was one guy in the apartments all by himself, so they capitalized on that, and yeah, fought that fight really well.
And here comes Nos Gaming just behind him here. So Nos Gaming obviously would have heard the fights coming up between Team Majesty and Silent Killers. Will now spot out Phyllis Coach making his movement in here. Vega might just get spotted out here on the edge of the zone. He does get knocked out here. Will get instantly flushed there by Zelda. Great work coming out there from Nos Gaming. And this is round 2. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go. Nos Gaming eliminating Team Majesty out in the first round here. And it looks like they want to try and keep this at 2v. Try and do this again as they try and push in towards the area here. I think Fearless Coach is lying there behind. Yes, he indeed is. We'll pick up here. We'll spot out the members of Nos Gaming. Can he get the one knock? He does get the one knock. He will get knocked there in the end. And now it will just be left with the members at the end here, as Nixon does some good damage over towards Nos Gaming here, leaving just the one member alive at the stage. We'll throw out the grenade as that, flashbang, as he now will push up his way here. Can he make this movement work here for him? He will get them, and he will eliminate Nos Gaming out of the lobby in 16th position. Great work there coming out from Nixon in the end, and he will pick himself up there. 5 kills in the early stages, 8 kills here for Team Majesty, and wow, what a fight there coming out there from Team Majesty. Really interesting fight there, and Fixed coming out there from them.
Really, really interesting.
I mean,
I thought Nos would have had them there, but really well played by Nixons there to get those kills for Team Majesty.
Yeah, definitely. And Sick Daddy Club make their rotation around here. They're going to play this hill just to get a little bit of scouting position here. Solsay gets himself a little bit of cover here. It looks like Redak just quickly scouted. Did he spot out some of the members of 99 Thieves? It does look like they're just going to pull away from this. I think they did spot out some of the members, as now Sick Daddy Club will continue on their rotation there. 2-2 split here coming out from 99 Thieves. Survivor Fighters will just be playing also on the edge of Lavandita. The Legends getting coached by Kritzy this evening on the west side of Lavandita as they make their rotations in. Also, Death Seekers going to be coming in from a boat. That's interesting. We don't see many boat plays here in Miramar and Fixed.
Not really. It's a first for me to see some boat play in comp.
Yeah, definitely.
But if it works, it works.
It works. I mean, they're going to come in. I don't think anyone's going to really hear them coming in from this area as well. And they got this eastern ridge line here quite a free for themselves. Only time you really see boats if it goes onto these 2 mini islands here. But for Death Seekers, this could be a good play coming from them. But it looks like Outcast is DC'd, which is really unfortunate. It seems like this team does seem to have some issues with the with PUBG from now and again, and it looks like he is just gonna drown out eventually, which is really going to be unfortunate for them. We see Team Diversity going to make their rotation up from the south, coming down from the south into the map here, and a lot of teams playing center here. This is new and fixed. Obviously you haven't really casted here before with me, but this, obviously you guys also know how these teams play, right? So obviously being a member of White Rabbit Gaming, not many teams play in the center, and look how many teams are trying to be in the center here. This is new, right? This is new.
It's definitely new, and it's pretty interesting to see. The whole north side of the circle is pretty free, and you can see most teams are just trying to settle for something in the center. So it's really interesting, and it's definitely something new.
Definitely something new, and definitely an improvement, I would say, as well, because a lot of our teams in Africa do like to try and play these edges and then try and work their way in. So this is good to see. I like this. I'm liking this quite a bit, actually. But here comes the first phase in about 15 seconds. We'll see it close in. Brothers in Arms coming in from the northern side here. Like you said there, and Fix are going to have the northern side quite free for themselves here. Ferry Crew just in the bottom over here to the compound just above a graveyard as the zone does shift up towards the north, centering up here. So teams who are coming in from the north are going to be pretty happy with this. Looks like Slayer is going to continue on his way. Looks like he's going to just stop on the east side of Hacienda. And the rotations will come through, and will Nixon take a couple shots over towards the Legends crew as they try to make their rotations in here. Ghost Killer does stop his bike, and Nixon gonna just make his movement a little bit here to get on towards his Marauder, it would seem. Just behind it, it's got good cover. Yeah, he's gonna hide away for now as the Legends look to try and see where else can they go for now. The rest of Brothers in Arms gonna meet up with their team. Death Seekers have made landfall as they make their rotation in towards the zone. In from the south, as we said, Diversity going to be under a bit of spotted body here. Against all odds, going to take some shots over towards Team Diversity. As not many shots going to be connecting at this stage, but those vehicles are going to be a little bit painted up there with bullets. And the shots will continue to rain out as Dan will take on towards the minivan of Spartacus as he continues his rotation. Previously, Spartacus used to be a member of Against All Odds here, but here comes Pleb on towards Jesus. He will get the knock on towards Jesus, getting tagged up just a little bit here. And the rest of Team Diversity are going to be coming up towards the Slayer. Let's see what he can do here for the members of 99 Thieves. Just in time here. He's going to get himself exposed there by Android. And I think he may just get flushed out there. Just a little bit of maybe rustiness coming out there from Soul Slayer as Abdul will make his rock up here. Grenade going to come out here from him. We'll go over Soul Slayer's head as Soul Slayer probably just searching for the information for his team. And it looks like 99 Thieves are going to make their rotation out of this compound. Play instantly getting in towards his vehicle and going to make his way over towards them. Against the Odds, going to make their movement now further in towards the zone as we see a couple teams here. Oh, we've got another drop on the opposite side here. What's inside this drop? I like to look inside the drops as well. Org coming out. What do you think of the Org Unfixed?
Me personally, I don't use it that much or that often, but I know there's a lot of people that favor it. It's obviously a pretty decent weapon to have, so it can definitely help you out in some situations.
Yeah, 100% is now Against the Odds to spot out the Rusty Scott trying to make their movement in from the south of the map here as Serenity will get eliminated there by Slothy Monkey, and Wingat trying to get himself in, but a great shot there coming out from Mars, and he will get as Deathmark will eliminate Wingat out of the lobby. Now just be left the two members here for Rusty Squad as they're going to have a tough time getting in further here. They are inside the zone, so they don't need to try and progress any further at this stage as Rambo gets a shot onto Schizo. He just has changed his name, but he will get the res with no issues here. And with Four Brothers, I do like the way they're playing this. They're getting themselves into a bit of advantage here, not playing the compounds. And a question for you as the zone shifts up towards the north yet again, and Brothers in Arms looking in a good position at this stage. Question for you and Fix, compound or outside the compounds? Where do you like to generally play?
I guess it depends on the situation, how big the zone is, where it's located at. But I would say outside of the compound is obviously a lot better because it's easier to scout, because you could see a lot more around you. And playing compounds is sometimes a bit difficult if a team crashes you. You can't really see well around you what's going on, get info. So I definitely prefer outside more than playing inside of a compound.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's for a lot of teams need to get used to that sort of stuff as well. As Slothy Monkey will take out Vortex there in the end of the day. Zandog will pick up a kill there onto Franny as Rusty Squad will get eliminated out in 15th position there. And now the Death Seekers will now try and get themselves further in here. They're going to be on foot for now, so it's going to be a bit of a trek here for them to get inside the zone here. We do see that Brothers in Arms do pull back into the compound, so obviously feeling safest inside the compound for now. As we were having that conversation, as now JMSP now make their movement over towards Team Wolves. As Mr. Beef Truck, I think they may have spotted our Team Wolves here coming in towards their compound here. Millie going to be holding out the angle here as they will continue to creep ever so closer towards Team Wolves. Millie looking to get played on the other end of here. Shadow Warrior though, does he hear Mr. Beef Truck make this movement in here? As he's just going to hold the corner on the opposite side. Millie gonna come up towards this, and Millie might just get spotted out here as he does spot out Mr. Beef Truck there and will eliminate Mr. Beef Truck there. In the end there, Shadow Warrior will take out Mr. Patrick as well, and Patrick will get eliminated there. Some good work coming out there from Team Wolves, showing that they can take some fights towards this as well. 2 kills there for the good. They did start off with 4 members, so a couple teams are obviously having a couple issues here this evening of connecting towards the lobbies. As now Legends do spot out Team Wolves as they try and get themselves in towards cover there. And Legends will continue on their way. Abdu does spot out the members of Survivor Fighters V2. And he will pull back just a little. 4 kills here for Team Diversity, as they will continue on their way here. Rashad, what a good shot there coming on towards Abdu, and the rest of these teammates now need to try and see what they can do to try and get his member up there. Mitch Main will take out one of the members of the Death Seekers as they will jump out. Bullet for Days will jump out at the wrong time and fall, but the kill will get stolen there by Mitch Main in the end. As Can's last member standing here for Death Seekers, she will make a push over towards the side here. Can Mitch Main win it out? He does indeed win it out, and Death Seekers are winners in the previous game, will go out in 14th position there in the end of the day. As now JMSP will continue on their rotations here, leaving just, I think Shadow Warrior did get taken out there. Millie, last member standing here for the Team Wolves. Zone shifts up towards the north yet again. Slick Daddy Club, they're making this instant rotation up towards the north here. Good rotations coming out from them as well. As now Survivor Fighters V2 will take on their sister team, Survivor Fighters V1 in the end, I would say. And Bisso and Rashad and Muhammad Tamad will now see what they can do against their other teammates here, as they're busy taking on the fight towards them. They might actually not spot this one out here, but a Warrior will spot out the member of V2 here, as gets taken on towards them. Oh, but Rashad will get knocked out there by Warrior again. Siligami going to make the rotation with the, oh, great shots coming out there with the Mutant, and V2 will be eliminated out in 13th position. As now the members of the Thieves are going to make their movement up from the top here towards the members of Legends. Team Wolves will get eliminated out in 12th position. In the background here, DVS does get knocked out here. Ghost Killer trying all that he can here to get the members of his teammates picked up here. Headshot does get picked up in the end of the day, as Ghost Killer now needs to try and get himself a little bit further up the mountain here. Can he stop the 99 Thieves from pushing on towards us? Great. Oh no, Headshot throws a nade onto his own teammates. Oh no, that is not what you wanted. That's probably a massive mistake coming out from them, as Casey will eliminate the Legends out in 11th position. But oh no, that thinking it's a smoke and it's a grenade. Oh no, that's really unfortunate there for Legends unfixed.
Really unfortunate for them.
As Spartacus now will make his movement into the zone. Survivor Fighters takes all the shots in the world towards Spartacus here in his Marauder, as they will continue down the way here. More shots will get rained out towards them. Looks like Medea going to be trying to play over towards JMSP here, but now we'll stick up the 99 Thieves who are sitting just in this dip below him. Does not connect them towards the shots here. Abdu will take some shots over towards Medea as the Molotov goes rained out. That's just short of 99 Thieves, and a Molotov will get back on his way as well. As now Medea will try and take some more shots over towards 99 Thieves. JMSP coming in from the mountain above here, as Medea needs to be careful of this one as well, as Mitch Main and his team member going to be just there. The Molotov does actually connect onto Casey, will get the knock on towards him, and great work coming out here from Medea. Norman left alive here in the end of the day. And what can the rest of Fury Crew do here as they're going to make their movement up here? Norman will get a shot on towards them, and we'll try and gate this one back out. And Fury Crew trying to get this push up towards it. Lazan will get some shots, and we'll trying to play this one out here as best as he can. The grenades will come over his head as more and more smokes will get burnt. But look at this, Get Break will spot out Norman from behind. Doesn't connect the shots up towards him, but he will get the elimination in the end of the day. 99 Thieves will get eliminated out in 10th position, and then Fury Crew will spot out JMSP as they will go out in 9th position. Slayer coming up behind all of this carnage that's happening in the south of the map here. Shadow Warrior will tag on towards Slayer. Now they're going to try and see if they can try and maybe push onto one of the members. Spartacus playing a little bit over here. Warrior will take some shots on towards Spartacus, but will he get spotted out yet? Warrior will get the knock on towards Android. Slayer will spot out Android there as well. We'll try and pull back there. Did he spot out Android there? Gasman must see this as he takes a couple shots over towards Abdu. Doesn't have anything, but the Slayer will come up from the top there, and Android will get the knock on towards Slayer as now Gasman tries to make his movement in towards this one. 28 bullets here, needs to try and see what he can see inside the smoke here. He's going to go for the res, where the rest of the teammates for Brothers in Arms need to try and be assisting the members of Gasman and Slayer, but Android will peek up and he will get taken out by Wally from a far distance there, and Diversity will go out in 8th position there. Brothers in Arms, what can they do here? They can't do much. Rambo and Molotov Man a little bit too far away from the members of their team. And this is really unfortunate for Brothers in Arms. We're doing so good on top of this mountain here, and just too fast split here in the end of the day. Not reacting fast enough here, Unfixed.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate for them. I think they needed their two teammates to come and support them a little bit sooner. I think they would have been able to win that fight a lot sooner then, and possibly not have lost two of their members. So it's a little bit unfortunate for them there.
Yeah, 100% is now against all odds going to be playing on the edge over here. Sick Daddy Club does spot them out as well. Survive Fight is still playing on top of this hill, as the two members of Fury Crew do actually make it through them, but Android will get actually a kill there in the end of that will be on Gasman in the end of the day. Shiligami going to be sitting on the top here with 4 kills. Well, Survive Fighters with 4 kills at this stage, trying to see if they can spot out any more members down the hill here. Medea though going to just be holding off this angle towards it, but he's going to get spotted out by Wally there. He takes the shot over towards Shiligami, not able to get that one done, and he'll be down to 6 HP there. As in about 50 seconds the zone will start to shrink, but Shiligami going to take on this fight straight away. Does he know where Medea went? Does not know where Medea went, and Medea could shoot behind him here. Can he win this fight out? He does indeed, and he will take out Medea in the end of the day here. But Slick Daddy Club, from the angle that they are fighting over here, they've got such good zone control here because they've got the last compound inside the zone. And for them, they can literally just continue to take the shots on towards these teams, trying to get themselves in towards this zone. 7 teams remain. Survivor Fighters will try and play on the edge here as Warrior will take some shots over towards Wally. Against the odds, what does Against the Odds do here now? They need to try and play on the back end here. Still for Genesis, GJ Epic still inside here for Genesis. So he's kept his teams alive in towards a placement point place here for now, and he will spot out Mars there at the end of the day. Takes some shots over towards Mars, does get tagged up there, 23 damage over towards him, but he needs to make his movement into the zone as well. We'll throw out a smoke here as now Fury Crew will take some shots over towards them, and great shot coming out there from Fury Crew in the end of the day. Survive Fighters will get eliminated in 7th position. Does he spot out DJ Epics on the side here? I don't think he does. We'll hear the shots though now. And Skazia, what can he see from this perspective here? The smoke's come raining out here. GG Epics has made that movement in towards the zone here. Skazia needs to try and see if he can spot him out. Does spot out, I would imagine, GG Epics there behind the tree. As the grenades, a flashbang going to come out from him. Shots come raining out here from DJ Epics. As these two solo members will try and take up the fight. DJ Epics winning out. He does indeed. Great work there coming out from DJ Epics. This is one of the players that has caught my eye in recent weeks. Him and Frenchie definitely doing some good work here for Genesis. And obviously the new blood coming in here, Fix, is great to see new blood coming in. Especially when they are performing like they are performing inside these lobbies.
Well, yeah, it's always nice to see new blood, up-and-coming talent performing well in these lobbies. New teams coming in performing well. It makes things really interesting, so it's really nice to have that.
Add some more competition for, you know, the likes of the bigger teams as well. So, you know, it's good to see Genesis doing some good work here. I think Deathmark will spot out Genesis and Epics in the end. Spray not on the favor of Deathmark there. Bit of a whip coming out there from him in the end of the day, but he will get knocked out there. But Dan will finish him out there. Deathmark. Just, oh, Deathbug standards, and I know Deathbug. I speak to Deathbug. You know, he's not going to be happy with the way that went out there. He's definitely not going to be happy with the way he shot there. And we caught it there, Deathbug. So I'm sure he's going to come back and say, oh my gosh, I whiffed that so bad. But it's not great from him at that stage. 4 teams left. Yeah. Can continue.
It happens to the best of us.
It happens.
Don't feel too bad, Deathmark.
Yeah,
don't feel too bad.
It happens to the best of us. Battlegrounds still inside and will be in a top 4 position here. Team Majesty though, for Nixon here, they got 8 kills. They're in a top 4 position. This is going to earn them some good points this round. Is the last member. He's managed to get inside this little container area here of the map, and now the members of Against the Odds just above Slick Daddy Club crew here. They need to get themselves in here. Shot comes out there from Rambo. He's got the arm in hand here, as now the shots get rained out towards the Against All Odds members from the Brothers in Arms. They are inside circle at this stage, as Wally will get the first knock on towards them and will flush him out straight away. So Mars gets flushed up, putting down the Against All Odds down into 3 members for now. And Sick Daddy Club Against All Odds are stuck in a little bit of spot of bother here. Looks like Deathbug trying to find out a different option for them to come in to the zone, as I think they do have spotted out Brothers in Arms there, as the Rambo peeks his head there. Slothy Monkey spotting this one out. Good shots coming out there from Slothy Monkey on towards Rambo, as now the zone is going to now start shrinking, and now will bring these teams closer together, as now we see Deathmark getting eliminated there by Redak in the end of the day. Towards Dan will get knocked out there as well. The flush will come out there as well. Great work coming out from Redak. The Slick Daddy Club holds the compound there in the end of the day, and Against the Odds will be eliminated out in 4th position. Brothers in Arms makes their movement around, though. The Redak does spot this movement out, and then Redak getting the knocks here for Slick Daddy Club as they make their rotations in towards this one. Great work coming out here from Slick Daddy Club, as Nixon now will be, as Brothers in Arms will be eliminated in 3rd. Now Nixon, last member standing here, and Slick Daddy Club will not know that he's sitting inside here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Now he will spot him out here, as Wally will now take on the fight here. Nixon will get the jump shot on towards him, and he will flush out Wally there. Great work coming out there from Nixon, as now he needs to take on the 2 members of Slick Daddy Club. Will take out the fight towards Redak, and he went up the duel. Does puts it onto a 1v1 Bluff versus Nixon. Bluff seems like he has got the ump in hand, and Team Majesty will throw out the grenade, and that will actually eliminate Redak in the end of the day. It does do some good damage over towards him. A flashbang will go out, smoke will go out from there from Nixon. And Bluff, what can he do here? Can he win it out for Slick Daddy Club? Team Majesty not having, obviously, the early engagements there, putting their team down for now. And looking to try and take this lobby from an impossible standpoint. We said early on and fix these solos, they can do some damage, and
Yes.
we're witnessing it now.
For sure.
As now we see Nixon going to throw the kitchen sink at towards Bluff there in the end. Really using all the utility he's got left. He's still got the 2 smokes in hand for now as he tries to play this one out here. Bluff just going to hold angle for now. Oh, does flash himself there in the end. Bluff will pick this one out here. Can Bluff win for Slick Daddy Club in the end? The attacks come out towards Nixon, but Nixon will win it out. And Team Majesty will take out the chicken dinner with 11 kills. Great work coming out from Nixon. He will finish out with 8 kills by himself in the end of the day. I mean, that's some good work coming out from him. In second was Slick Daddy Club, will come up with 9 kills. They're going to be happy with that performance. Brothers in Arms will finish out with 1 kill in third position. In fourth was Against All Odds, will come out with 5 kills in total. And the Rusty Genesis with GJ Epics will be finishing out your top 5 with 1 kill in the end of the day. And that is the round done and dusted for Miramar. For now, we're going to be moving on to Wrangle very shortly, so stay tuned. And welcome back to the third match of the evening, everybody. As we saw Team Majesty take out the chicken dinner for the previous round with 11 kills in the end of the day. Nixon doing a great work there for his team inside Picado and at the end there against Slick Daddy Club. But Slick Daddy Club do hold the top of the leaderboard at this stage with 22 points. Nas with 21. Team Majesty will be also with 21. But with 11 kills, and then against all odds will be rounding up in fourth with 18 points. JMSP in fifth with 16, and that rounds up your top 5 for now. Obviously, top 9 will go through into the Sunday main battles at 7 o'clock on Sunday. And this flight path, though, very southern again. I mean, this is going to be difficult for teams to get to Yasnaya. I mean, Razak's still possible here, unfixed.
Yeah, definitely still possible if you glide it. Or you could go for the alternative, drop down sooner and get vehicles and then go there.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I think that a lot of these teams also don't sometimes also think about, like, hey, we can jump for, because we've got an Esports that sits in this corner over here just by the new town. You know, you can get into these vehicles along this whole road here by J Building as well. You know, get yourselves these vehicles, get yourself into where you want to go as well. So, you know, for these teams, it's going to be one of those things that they need to learn and, plan out their routes in towards where they want to actually loot in the end of the day. We see Kritzy obviously going to be drowning himself there as he's coaching out the Legends crew in Lopovka. We see the team Wolves. Just above them in Mansion is going to be Brothers in Arms. And Soul Slayer getting stuck along the bridge here between JMSP. And this is going to be whoever can land first, I guess, in the end of the day. It's going to be a bit of a tough one here for Soul Slayer, as Majesty do get taken out. One of their members, Leet, will get taken out, and I think that will be in Picardo. And teams keep on trying to crash Team Majesty on their turf here. And Team Majesty do lose out the odd fight here and there, and at this moment, it would seem that these guys are losing at this point. We got obviously Scarface inside with them, as well as Guto. Gonna try and see what he can do here. He's got the one member of Team Majesty above him, and that is Scarface. As now he's gonna make his rotation up towards us. Oh no, he's gonna get shot in the back. Is he not gonna? Like, the timing of this is insane. Like, what is actually going on here? Like, he's not even, like, he should know that there's someone here. And Guto, I feel, may just get knocked. It does jump out the building right next to the next. Oh my gosh. The timings, guys. The timings for Silent Killers and Majesty are insane here in Fixed.
That timing was your...
As Fearless Coach does get spotted out there by HK Magic. As he pulls back over there, Fearless Coach can try and get the res onto Scarface. Will take out one of the members of Silent Killers up on the roof there. Static Foot Touch also down to quite low HP as well. Now, what can the Silent Killers do here? Scarface with this Uzi here. He needs to see what he can do as HK Magic comes in to try and assist him and get his friend up and at him. No, it got the level 2 helmet. No, oh, that grenade just missing out inside the building there against Scarface. And he may just spot him out there, but he does get knocked out there by HK Magic in the end of the day. And now Fearless Coach without any meds at this stage. Nixon, what can he do here? We saw some great things coming out from him in the previous round. Will get out Static Foot Touch there in the end of the day as he pulls back there as well. As now Fearless Coach, what can he do? Can he maybe get a knock on towards Giato as he quickly peeks across the side here? We'll spot him out there, but Giato will take him out there in the end of the day. And Fearless Coach will get almost... No, he does not go for the flush though, as Nixon, last member standing here yet again for the Team Majesty crew. Can he win this one out against it? Does get out HK Magic. Great shots there coming out from Nixon in the end of the day with that suppressed barrel. Sounds a bit odd there, the suppressed barrel, I must admit. But now the members of SK will get their members all up and at him as now the push comes out towards them. Trying to see what they can spot out here between Nixon, as Fearless Coach will be holding inside the building here. We're going to go onto the perspective of Nixon, as a grenade right next to him here will do some good damage on towards him. And Static Foot Touch trying to make this push up towards him, but the grenade is going to come out from him as well. As the grenade comes out, then Static Foot Touch will eliminate the members of Team Majesty, but the grenade will get the knock on towards Giato as well, and Static Foot Touch, but they will get those heals off safely there for Silent Killers. Team Majesty in the third round getting wiped out yet again inside their buildings, and Fix proves that, you know, these teams are not invincible.
Yeah, PUBG, I guess nobody is really invincible, you know, anything can happen. So you can never land somewhere and expect to be safe or expect to be victorious coming out of a fight. Anything can happen, as we've just seen there.
100%. We see against the odds taking out Razak here. Obviously, White Rabbit Gaming not sitting inside this lobby this evening. They automatically qualified for the main scrims as their ELO. They are in the top 9 of the ELO leaderboard. And I'm going to take this over to you and Fixed. Razak, any fighting words there for against the odds, maybe for Sunday?
If they do drop Roz on Sunday, I'll just tell them to watch out. Lozak is our hometown, so beware.
100%. As Molotov Man will get taken out there in the end of the day by Jesus, and it looks like he may just get flushed out here by Spartacus in the end of the day. It does indeed. And Brothers in Arms will get eliminated out in 16th position there in the end of the day as they rotate in towards Team Diversity. And obviously Sick Daddy Club holding up this hill here on the top here. So really unfortunate here for Brothers in Arms. Really looking forward for them to try and get themselves into a top 9 position. Currently in 8th position for them. So they are in it. Can they maintain it? They got one more game to try and make up for that mistake. And it is 4 games, and fix 4 games. Generally, it puts pressure on every single game here, doesn't it?
It really does, because you have one less game, so there's a little bit less room for error. You can't really be affording to make silly mistakes, so it does make it a little bit harder.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Nas Gaming now pull into the edge of Pachinki here as well, as Redak will take out a warrior there in the background. And Silent Killers now coming off their little skirmish there from the Team Majesty will be pretty happy with the work that they've done at this stage, as Redak will actually flush out warrior there in the end of the day, as now Legends try and gatekeep the Against All Odds members here as the shots get rained out towards them. Headshot looking over there as well, as the Against All Odds members now pull themselves back towards the compound. I mean, this sort of area here is more for scouting, I would say. Not many teams do survive out inside this little gap area here in the wooden forest there. So need to be careful where they want to go next, but it does look like they're going to continue on their rotation. Zone did go a little bit south, a little bit of Sovnovka Island in play here, but we do know it is going to go north. I mean, it's definitely not going to be a Sovnovka Island ending. And the teams will continue on their way here. Slick Daddy Club move in towards farm. This could potentially be a good movement here for Slick Daddy Club, because these zones generally like to keep towards the water here, but obviously on the main island. So farm could be a good rotation here for Slick Daddy Club, as now Genesis make their way in towards now Survivor Fighters as Shiligami going to be spotting out the members of Genesis making the movement in here, and they will continue on their rotation around Siligami here. Zelda will take out Static Foot Touch, and that's inside Pachinki here, as now TF2 will now take on the fight towards the rest of the members there. Static Foot Touch will get eliminated out there by a grenade in the end, leaving just the 2 members for Silent Fighters, as Giato will get out the member of TF2 there. Nas will lose out a member, and we'll put it onto a 3v2, as now Nami will now hear the footsteps from Static. Oh no, that's not Static Foot Touch, I do beg your pardon. From the members of Silent Killers here, as they try and see if they can make their movement a little bit further on here. This grenade though could potentially do some good damage on towards Nos Gaming, and at least it does. Some good readouts coming out here from the members of Silent Killers, as now they make their movement, and as Giato may be disconnected at the wrong time here for Silent Killers. This is not good here for the Silent Killers, as the Molotov comes raining out towards the Nos member. Just spotting out there. Not able to get there, but will lose out as the headshot comes through there from Nos Gaming. And now Silent Killers will be left with one member who has disconnected at this stage. Really unfortunate for them, as a flush out comes there from Nos Gaming. And looks like the member is back and ready to rumble yet again. Will be against 3 members of Nos Gaming as he makes his movement here. They might just hear him out. Ooh, as he does get spotted out there. Now it looks like the push is going to come in from the opposite side here of them. We'll spot him out here, can win it out, and good work coming out from Nos Gaming, as they will eliminate Silent Killers out in 15th position. Zone shifting up towards the east side, coming up towards the north here, and going a little bit more north, not eliminating all the water here in the background, as Get Wrecked is actually going to go for a drop here in the end. Let's see what's in the drop just before Get Wrecked takes it. MK. Ooh, that's going to be nice. What do you think of the MK here, Unfixed?
MK, awesome weapon. I love it. I will use it every time I can get my hands on it. Does a lot of damage, so you can definitely be a threat if you've got your hands on the MK in a comp game.
And that sound it makes as well. It puts that little bit of fear in the teams, you know? You hear
It makes players scared. It makes players scared. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly. It makes players scared. You hear that thing rattling off and you're like, okay, something's going to happen here. Trying to find his way into zone here as the team diversity going to be holding out these two compounds here, 2-2 split as the Survivor Fighters try and make their way in towards the zone. Cincinnati Club will continue on the pursuit towards them. They did eliminate Warrior early on here, but of course Survivor Fighters are going to be making their movement straight in towards the members of team diversity here. As we will spot this one out here, Jesus will now take on the shots towards them. Can he spot them out? Does get the one member of New Anthems down and out there. What can he get out the next member here? Yes, he does. Great work coming out here from Jesus. As now Siligami, last member standing here for Survivor Fighters, as he tries to get himself in towards the rim here. That grenade may not have made it all the way, I don't think. No, it did not. It did blow up in the bottom half of the thing, I think. Siligami, last member standing here for Survivor Fighters, and he takes the fights on. Survivor Fighters will get eliminated out in 14th position. Team diversity though, holding these compounds really, really well here. 6 kills for them in these early stages here as the zone begins its creep in. We got the members of Survivor Fighters V2 making their way in from the western side, as well as the Death Seekers coming in towards the north. Their shelter getting taken up by Against All Odds, and here comes JMSP across the bridge now, getting themselves ever so closely here, but they're going to make their way over towards Genesis here, as Genesis playing some good mind towards Slick Daddy Club. Does any of them hear the rotations coming? Frenchie does hear the vehicles coming in from the south as they pull up in the compound just to the south of Rusty Genesis, or southeast of Rusty Genesis rather, and just not spotting out the heads there, as Mitch Main looks like he'll continue on his way there with the vehicle. Does get out the vehicle, does he spot? Yep, does spot out Mitch Main, spot out B-Truck inside the window area there. Shots come running out there from Frenchie. No connecting at this stage, but we'll keep a close eye on that battle as the zone is about to yet again shift. Where we're going to go, it goes very much north. That's kind of a hard shift coming out from them, from this zone, sorry. As now the members of Rusty Squad push up on towards Team Diversity. Android in the crosshairs of Serenity. Or if he could get that shot, that would have been amazing shot. But Jesus will just change seats and eliminate Serenity out of the lobby there. And we'll run him over for good measure as well. So, you know, Jesus, we know, has played in some good teams as well. He has played in Team Majesty as well in previous events. And this team is starting to look strong here, as now Nos Gaming pull up towards Team Diversity here. It looks like we're going to just pull off just in time here for Jack as they make their rotation. And Ghost Killer will take out Dan in the background, will get the knock, and it looks like Nos will just go in towards this little dip area here for now. And this will be a little safe little dip area for them, as now Ferry Crew make the push on towards Against All Odds here. 2 members of Against All Odds are getting knocked out there. Deathmark getting some shots going towards the side. He'll take out Deathmark there in the end of the day. Good work coming out there from Ferry Crew, and Against the Odds will be eliminated out in 13th position. Unfortunate for them, as now Nos will spot out Ferry Crew inside this compound here, as now Sick Daddy Cup come across the Nos Gaming crew here. Shots will get rained out here from Nos Gaming on towards Sick Daddy Club as they continue on their rotations. No knocks coming out from that skirmish. And looks like Sick Daddy Club making this also Genesis making this wide rotation here, as Legends now will spot out Genesis making their rotation towards the zone. Looks like it also might just run out in towards the Survivor Fighters V2. The vehicle wheel goes out there, but the DFS does get the knock on towards them, as the Dearbolt will take some good damage on towards them. Born Slippy does get knocked out there of the car, and it looks like Genesis are going to continue on their rotation here, as Born Slippy does get confirmed there in the end. Sick Daddy Club just playing on the opposite side here of Survivor Fighters V2. Do they know that there's another team sitting on the cards? Does look like Wally's looking over for that one as well, As now Bluff going to take on some shots over towards DJ Epics, as Redak will take him from behind there, as the shots come raining out towards DJ Epics, as Genesis struggling in their rotations in this game. Two of them survive. Deervault and Frenchie will get themselves just inside this little dip here. Good little spot to play there for them for now, as the Death Seekers make their rotation. No one on the northwest east of the map here. Interesting, as now Team Wolves and JMSP will take out the fight in towards Shelter. A couple shots getting traded here and there for JMSP and Team Wolves. Be interesting to see what happens between them. We have Get Wrecked with that MK, as we saw he got inside the water. We'll take out the vehicle wheels there. And listen to that sound, and just listen to that sound. That's fear.
It sounds beautiful and creates a lot of fear. Definitely does.
Oh, good shots coming out there from Griffin, and Get Wrecked will get knocked, but he will be safe there for the res. Good shots coming out there from Griffin with his mini and 8 times. We got 99 Thieves still sitting on top here, as now Genesis make their rotation now towards Shelter here. Ooh, where is Genesis going to go here? That's going to be interesting. And they're going to rock up right towards JMSP here. Can Mitch Main do anything about this, as a vehicle does get taken out there in the end, but it needs to be careful. Team Wolves Griffin will push back Mitch Main in towards his compound. They will get the knock on towards him as well, as Frenchie now needs to see what he can do here. Does Griffin spot them out here? Does get tagged up a little bit there, but is he going to look over? Can he spot out the members? Not looking over towards the members of the Genesis crew. Can just spot him out there. Frenchie does get knocked out there from Get Wrecked, as now Legends make their rotation in towards the zone as well. Deervault, what can he do here? He's going to go for the res on towards Frenchie. Smoke not offering him the cover he wanted, but JMSP will eliminate out the members of the Rusty Genesis out in 12th position. How many teams are going inside Shelter here is insane. We know it's going to move off Shelter because the zone won't go over where you can get underground, right? So this is going to move away here and fixed. And for you, I think you would know where the zone is going to be ending up. I mean, we potentially will look next to Trophy Room. Would you say the zone probably going to be going there? Would you
probably going to go up north? Maybe a little bit to the east, just in between Shelter and Trophy Room. So it's going to be nice to see these 4 teams that are currently in Shelter having to move out of Shelter and move into the zone. I think there's going to be a lot of fighting happening down towards that side within the next few minutes.
Yeah, 100%. Now Nas gets spotted out there, but Jesus is to eliminate one of the members. He walls, but the shot comes raining back there towards Jesus, as Nas trying to defend the position. The other 3 members of Team Diversity going to have to try and make this run around now, as now Abdu will try and get a bit closer towards his teammate. Is being flushed at this stage, as Survivor Fighters V2 make their rotation, and just behind here Tak Marcia will get knocked out there by Mr. Beef Chuck, as now a lot of fighting happening inside the zone. Like, look at the amount of traces and all the bullets flying around. It's gonna be a difficult one to cast here because of all the fighting happening in so many teams, and it's just out to south. We're wrong.
Interesting shift.
Interesting shift here from
definitely
the teams.
An interesting shift.
Yeah, definitely indeed. As now the Rusty squad will eliminate the members of Survivor Fighters V2, as DJ Vortex will get in towards the US. And this is definitely going to come up towards the mountain now. So for 99 Thieves here, they're going to be in a good spot. Legends setting up for this one as well. These 4 teams, like you said, this battle is going to kick off at some point as Redak gets knocked out there by the members of the Death Seekers. And Slick Daddy Cup need to make their movement out as well. Do they have any vehicles here? They've got 2 bikes available, so it's going to be fine for them to get themselves in. As Bluff now will take some shots over towards the Death Seekers, as Death Seekers I'm sure are also going to get ready to make their movement. Here come Fury Crew now as well. JMSP has spotted this one out, as now they also looking to just maybe protect what they've got for now. As now Fury Crew make this rotation around here. The shots can be seen as they Death Seekers do get spotted out there, and Oh, look at the rotations. This is now everyone trying to find a space inside this zone here, as the zone going to be making his movement, but Team Wolves are inside the shelter here, just coming up behind the Stick Daddy Club crew. Here comes Fairy Crew, as Legends will eliminate one of the members of Fairy Crew here. Does he know that they're sitting out here? Good shots coming out here from Skazir, as now he needs to see what he can do here. The more shots getting rained out in the background there towards the Rusty squad there, as Rusty squad does get eliminated out in 10th position, as Norman will pick up 2 kills there in the end. And now Sick Daddy Club, what can they do from this position? But looks like the members of 99 Thieves got a good position for now, got the height advantage at this stage. Sick Daddy Club need to be careful of the teams making their movement in, but here come the Wolves from underneath the shelter here, trying to get themselves a little bit further in here, as the vehicle gets exploded there, and Patrick will peek over there, and the grenade will get on towards Patrick and get Rectors now on a massive bleeds here, as Mr. Beef Truck not going to actually go for the res here, will go for his own meds, and Getrect will actually get rezzed out in the end of the day. The grenade comes out towards the Team Wolves, and Team Wolves are getting stuck in here. Looks like they're going to pull off this and go back towards the other side of shelter. 2 members of Legends getting knocked out there in the end, and there's just so much action happening along this edge here, as now Android just below here, Zelda makes this rotation towards them. Great work coming out here from Noz Gaming, and Noz will pick up an extra 2 kills there for themselves. Abdu though is still alive here for Team Diversity, can maybe gate the members of Noz Gaming as they're making their rotations in. What is the zone? I'm fixed. What is
that
the zone?
shift back onto shelter?
This is
I was really not expecting that.
This is not right.
And you have teams like Furry Crew and Slick Daddy Club who sent it all the way down south, and now they'll have to move back up north again.
Yeah, but this is going to be an interesting ending. I hope it doesn't end in shelter, because we don't. These are still esports settings. I mean, we have the esports settings all set and done here. So, you know, this is going to be an interesting end here. That is for sure. I mean, I haven't seen this ever. And this is going to be one of those games that you just, what is going on here?
Yeah. It's definitely a first.
This is definitely it probably pull up towards, it can't pull into shelter, let's be honest. It's phase 6, we still got 3 phases to go. You know, I don't see it ending there, but great shot there coming out from Norman as you eliminate their Seekers out in 9th position. Still, I mean, 8 teams alive inside the zone, only 20 members, so we are a bit light on the member count over here. But, you know, for these 8 teams still to be inside the small little zone, it's still quite a good feat from them. And, oh, this could be such a good grenade. Just going too far there for Norman. And Norman will continue to hold this one out there towards the Fairy Crew member, who will now get spotted out by Norman. Norman will throw the shots, and great shots coming out there from Norman as Fairy Crew will get eliminated out in 8th position. Now comes Noz Gaming as they will take out 2 members, 3 members, and JMSP quickly get dispatched, and 7th they will go out, and Noz Gaming making a stand inside of this lobby with 10 kills at this point, as Norman now makes his rotation down just behind the Legend crew here. Does he spot out Orcs here in the background? Oh, great shot coming out there from Norman. And now just DVS left alive, and he does just spot the foot of Norman. Great shots from Norman there, as the members of 99 Thieves will continue on their way. 6 kills here for Norman, really doing a great job here for his team, as now the members of Do now trying to stop the members of Team Wolves as they try to make their way up here. And the grenade comes out just in front of Abdu here. Won't be able to do any damage to it. Did spot out the grenade coming out. 5 teams remain at this stage, as now Noz Gaming takes some shots over towards the members of 99 Thieves. Does get a knock there, but we want to stick here. No, we're going to go over towards as he pulls back over there. Zelda, what can you spot out here? We've got Slick Daddy Club crew still inside here with 2 members. And where does the zone go? We want to see that the zone shifts away from shelter. It doesn't. What is this game? I actually don't know. I actually don't know. This doesn't make sense at all. To be honest, this doesn't make sense. This is not esports. What this is the most whack circle I've ever seen happen here. So this is potentially could be an anticlimax here in the end of the day here, Unfix, because of what Shelter is, right?
Yeah.
This should
You wouldn't really
happen.
expect to see this kind of zone happening.
Exactly. I mean, this is something I'm going to do and then submit towards PUBG and say, what the hell? You know, I mean, this is esports settings in the end of the day, you know. This shouldn't happen. And this is a very, very strange. I mean, we've done no changes other than maybe a phase, other than, you know, timing on the circles, which is the new rule set as well. So nothing's been changed in terms of, you know, where should the zones go, where should this go. It's just literally the timing of the phases. So this is a first. This is a first. I must admit, this is a first for me. So yeah, I think there's not going to be there's definitely not going to be happy players here. That's for sure. There's definitely not going to be happy players here, as Abdu tries to make his movement in, but Millie will, in the end of the day, will eliminate team diversity out in 5th position, as now the 99 Thieves will make their movement in towards the zone as well. I'm seeing here in obviously the Discord chat, obviously some oaks obviously asking for no contest for drop spots and games and whatever. Like we said, this is why we changed it to battles as well, because this is definitely not like a scrim. We're definitely not trying to host scrims here. There is a bit of seriousness involved with these matches that we do play out here, and obviously putting money towards scrims is not generally the right thing to do in the international scene. So hence why PUBG Africa is like named it battles, because it is taken a little bit more seriously. There is some prizes at the end of seasons and all that sort of jazz as well for teams and players. And you know, this is why we do call them battles. It's not scrims. So to avoid any sort of confusion for teams coming in towards these into these games, you know. So just a word out there towards the team, people who might just think this is just scrims. It's definitely not, as Zelda will spot our pleb there in the end of the day. We'll also spot our Casey in the end, and we'll get a shot until Casey not able to get that knockout though. As now the shots in below, as Team Wolves will continue to get themselves into a position of, as Jack will get eliminated there in the end. I mean, I don't know what the zone is, to be honest. I think we're gonna have a lot of upset players here. I think.
I think some of these players would be just as surprised as we are.
Yeah,
with these zones happening right now.
100%. 99 Thieves will get eliminated there. Bluff will spot out the 2 members there and will eliminate them, picking Slick Daddy Club up to 7 kills in the end. As now Noz will now be able to get 1 knock on towards him, just leaving out Zelda in the end of the day. As I don't know if Zelda is going to go for the res. No, he's not. Looks like he's going to continue on forward. 11 kills here for Noz, so they're going to be doing a good job here, as the zone does now will show its end position, and it is going to be ending over Shelter here. It's just going to be on like literally this little end here outside of Shelter. So does that make it better? I don't know. Like, we'll see now. I you know, these are the confusing points here. Zelda going to be playing on top of Shelter here. Got Slick Daddy Club in front of him, as Joshi Boshi did spot out Zelda there in the end of the day. Zone just about to finish its shrinkage in about 10 seconds time. Zelda really trying all that he can here to try and get himself into the position to take on the fight, as Joshi does a good job there, and Bluff will eliminate Zelda out in the end of the day. And now it's Team Woolworths, but look at where the ending, it is actually outside of Shelter. It's just outside of Shelter. So I mean, in the end of the day, it works out, I guess. Does it work out in fix? I mean,
it's hard to say, but I would say I guess so, since it's on the outside of Shelter. But it's I don't know what to say about these zones. It's definitely
It's a first.
something surprising.
Yeah, I mean, it is RNG. I mean, it's not like we section these zones onto here as well. So this is a bit of an oof, I won't lie. But Slick Daddy Club and Wolves, I think, will just hold out till the very end here. And it's all just going to be playing out in this sort of tunnel in the end. I mean, for Wolves, they'll pick up a second position. They got 3 kills for them at this stage. Slick Daddy Club, we're up to 9 kills. So Slick Daddy Club needs to win this chicken. They got so close in the previous round. They've done quite a good job in this evening's thing. Team Wolves, though, also will be their first chicken dinner coming out as well. So for them, I think they're also going to be wanting this chicken dinner to come out for them. And Joshi Boshi is just going to wait here as they know that they're inside shelter now. And here come the plays, I guess, in the end of the day. Millie going to be pushing out here, just on the edge of zone here. He's right in the center, and this is just in the entrance of the shelter here. So it is going to end up with a fight, that is for sure. As the zone smoke comes raining out there from Team Wolves. Millie pushes out here. Will get knocked out there by Joshi Boshi. Can he win it out? And Slick Daddy Club will take the chicken dinner in the end of the day. Great work coming out from him. 11 kills in the end. And the fight does end out of shelter. I'm happy about that one. I'm really happy that it ended out of shelter there. In second place, Team Wolves will round up with 3 kills. In third was Noz getting a total of 11 kills. I mean, doing massive work in the lobby there, along with Slick Daddy Club. Fourth position was the 99 Thieves with 6 kills, with Norman doing, I mean, his rotation coming down that mountain there was so well done. And rounding up your top 5 is Team Diversity, who will finish up with 10 kills. Also a lot of damage coming out there from Team Diversity. That is the third round done and dusted. We will be moving on to the fourth round fairly shortly, the last round of the evening. So stay tuned, we'll be back soon.
just tell them to watch out. Lozak is our hometown, so beware. Go up north, maybe a little bit to the east, just in between shelter and trophy room. So it's going to be nice to see these 4 teams that are currently in shelter having to move out of shelter and move into the zone. I think there's going to be a lot of fighting happening down towards that side within the next few minutes. It's definitely a first.
And welcome back to the last round of the evening. On Erangel, 10 seconds before the teams get back into it, and interesting zone there in the last one there. And fixed, like you said, we are talking off air there, and like you said, you saw a couple of these in PL as well. Hey.
Yes, the only time I can recall seeing a zone like that was during one of the PL European matches. And ever since then, I've not really seen those zones happening. So it's definitely not very common. But I was really surprised to see that zone there towards the end, which was also nice to watch because there was a lot of action happening there, and it was pretty exciting to see that ending.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, it wasn't like a hill battle off, in the end of the day, because, it just ended on that exit of shelter there on that one on the eastern side. So, for that, it's not too bad for that to happen. I see some people saying it was obviously the black between the highlights. I mean, that's literally just because it's switching between the clips, I would say. Not much I can do about that for now. We'll have a look at that if it's really bothering people. And I know that also some people obviously can also hear and fix his voice. That's just because obviously he's coming through the main audio as well. So if you do hear him, I do apologize on the highlights. It is, is a new feature that we just launched as well. And we gonna see what's gonna happen. But coming into this, we got Team Majesty yet again are going to be dropped with the Silent Killers. Can they win this one out on their turf yet again? We'll see what happens. That's a shift to the north, though. Quite a bit of water inside that north as well. It's going a bit more northeast here. So for the teams, it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. And that leaderboard, though, unfixed, it is very close between 6th and 13th position to get into that top 9. So it's also to play for these top 9 positions, eh?
Really close indeed. I'm sure some of these teams will really try to have a good final game and to make it into the final top 8.
Yep, 100%. I mean, team I'm looking at to try and get themselves in towards these games is obviously Brothers in Arms. They're sitting in Savoni at the moment, changing up their jump location here, and they inside the zone, so a good little bit of start there for them. They lost out by 1 point last week to get into the main scrim. So I know that these guys are, they've been putting so much hard work in during the weeks to get themselves into a position where they can get into the main scrim. So really looking forward for them to get into these main scrims, because the amount of work that these lads are busy putting in is immense at this point. I mean, we got Gasman here who's 12 years old, and 12 years old and playing inside this game, not easy. You got some older guys here, got a lot more experience in terms of gaming in total, and for him to come into the scene and doing what he's doing, I think is fantastic. As we see now, Gasman, we're going to be looting up a couple of things here in Savoni, as we can see Slayer moving up towards the compound there. Looks like Silent Killers aren't going to be taking on this fight just yet in Pachinki. Going to leave it out for now. The Team Diversity going to take in the farm area just along the side, as Genesis will be just in one of the warehouses there, as they're going to obviously get themselves to start moving in towards the compound. Survivor Fighters V2 playing 3-man this evening. I saw them take a couple shots over towards Nas as they get themselves on towards the edge of Pachinki now. This could be a 3-way fight inside Pachinki fairly shortly, as Team Wolves coming in second in the last game. They're going to feel pretty good about themselves. They're on 12 points in 13th. I mean, in 6th position is 18 points. So it is that what splits. 6th to 13th is a split of 6 points. It is so close to get into the top 9 now, and this is what we like to see. These pre-battles are just producing some really, really good fun and some good PUBG action.
Looks like we have Team Majesty pushing onto SK.
Oh yes, we do indeed. It looks like now they want to try and take, but it looks like SK Silent Killers are gonna just get themselves out of this as quickly as possible. And Team Majesty are going to be left high and dry as the shots come raining out towards Silent Killers. Some damage does get put on towards the Silent Killers there, and it looks like they will just be able to continue on towards the area here. You've been given a request here. Unfixed needs to pick up his prediction game here. From Jen.
Ooh, my prediction game.
Your prediction game should be.
That's going to be a little bit tough since it's so close towards the bottom of the leaderboard. But give me a few minutes, Jen, and I'll come up with something.
There you go. So against the odds, also getting themselves out of Rozhok now. I'm going to make their rotation towards the north here. Nos Gaming coming in by Rozhok as well. 99 Thieves. I mean, they're sitting in 8th position with 15 points. Could potentially make it in towards Sunday's main scrims for the first time as well for them. Done some good work here, does not. I think Norman in the last game going really large for the team, picking up 6 kills there. Norman still hasn't lost his little knack here with his DMRs. And it's good to see him back in the scene here. Plays Valorant at the moment as well, competitively as well. So good to see him pulling a team together here to get themselves into PUBG yet again. And with the amount of teams registering for our battles here, we had 27 teams, and we still have, I think it was around about 6 teams that still wanted to get in towards these battle each week. So definitely look out towards our Discords, because we are changing things up a little bit going into the coming weeks as well, because we want all the players, all the teams to take part and play the game that they want to get, what they want inside these matches. They want to be in these competitive scenes. So take a look at our Discord after these matches, because there is definitely some announcements that we're going to be making for the next week's coming. And it's going to be some good stuff coming through from PUBG Africa's side, as Rambo will take out one of the members of the Team Wolves, and they will pick up that kill as well. Rambo with that MK in hand, and they will pick up their first point there, getting themselves ever so closer to that top 9. They'll put them on 14 points at this stage. No, sorry, 13 points. 1 point behind 9th position at this stage. Team Wolves will just get to the top of the hill here, just underneath Stalber. Looks like 99 Thieves are going to be going over towards Stalber. And yeah, this is, I mean, there's so many teams to watch here, Unfixed. I mean, like I said, we've got from 6 to 13. That's 7 teams that we kind of have to watch out in this game to see exactly where they're going to be placed. So we're going to do some math in this game, that's for sure. We're going to keep on looking to see exactly where these teams are going to be finishing up. As we see Team Diversity going to be making their rotation up in towards the Legends crew, who currently hold 11th position with 13 points, 1 point behind 9th. Team Diversity are in it at the moment in 3rd position with 23 points, and we'll see what happens for them as well. Team Death Seekers up in the north, going to make their rotation there as the zone does start to begin its shrinkage. Majesty coming in from the south here could play a bit of spoilers here for the team. I mean, they managed to get out of Pachinki now. You know, we saw them get out of the second round and then win it. So, you know, this could potentially happen here for them as well. As now the Brothers in Arms getting a couple tags coming from them from the members of Against All Odds. And pretty calm. You can kind of feel the tension coming out here, Unfix, can you? You can see these teams aren't doing these, you know, erratic rotates. You know, it's tense. They know that they need to try and get into these top 9 positions to try and get themselves into the main scrims. And this is what I like about these pre-battles is, you know, these teams do play for main scrims, and, you know, these last games tend to just be the most intense out of them all, as now Fair Crew do spot out Survivor Fighters as they make their rotation in towards the south side of Yasnaya. Will get themselves into one of the apartment buildings, and it looks like Fair Crew just gonna ease off of this for now, and it's, like I said, pretty quiet, pretty quiet. And
a lot of these teams will sorry, Sean.
Yeah, go.
A lot of these teams will try to not make early mistakes or silly mistakes that's going to cost them. So it's also nice to see some of these teams playing a bit cautious.
Yeah, 100%. Taking this, you know, to exactly where, you know, taking this seriously, as we said. Oh, if you ever want if you ever wanted a hard shift, that is a hard shift. That is one. These zones tonight, Unfix. I mean, what is going on?
Yeah, we've really had some pretty interesting and exciting zones.
And this is what
I've got a feeling with this one that southern side is going to become very contested very soon.
100%. And you can see now already some shots getting rained out as the team's trying to make their rotations in cloud cars here. We got the Rusty Genesis and Rusty Squad just going, the sister teams going alongside of each other here, as they make their rotations in towards the zone here. Clown carring it up, as we like to call it. All 4 members inside. Let's go for that zone. And they have to make quite a long rotate here from the south in towards the zone. And as you mentioned here, the southern side is going to get very spicy very soon. Nas Gaming going to try and get themselves over towards the north, as you can see them rotating in between Brothers in Arms, Sick Daddy Club as well. Just behind them coming in is the Silent Killers, going to make their rotation, similar rotation coming out there from them as with Nas Gaming. JMSP do make their way all around. They're actually going all around the eastern side here on the coastal side, and now they're coming in towards the north. So a lot of these teams trying to avoid the southern part here, as mentioned by Infix, is going to get a bit hectic. Ferry Crew do come in from the south now, so let's see what will happen. We still got the members of the Team Majesty will spot out now Survivor Fighters V2 making their rotations in, as The shots come running out towards him. Griffin will get a knock on towards Rambo there. Looks like they will be able to get that raise. We're going to keep eyes on Brothers in Arms, Team Wolves, especially throughout this game, along with Death Seekers, Silent Killers, 99 Thieves, Fair Crew. All these teams are just getting ever so close to try and get themselves closer to that top 9 spot. But a lot of these teams now, you know, the south side was looking pretty spicy, and a lot of these teams making this movement up towards the north. We saw 99 Thieves take out off of Salba, move themselves a little bit further north here, which is good to see that that's happening for them. So, you know, it looks like these guys have got their compounds. Everyone seems to be safe inside their compounds. Still 17 teams up in the early phases here. So we haven't had that this round. We've always come into the second phase with at least, beg your pardon, with at least 15 teams remaining. So 2 teams extra inside the zone is going to make things a little bit extra tight. Still a lot of spaces to play these mountain ridges here, which I think we're going to see Genesis come up towards. We also see Survivor Fighters and Survivor Fighters V2 making the same sort of rotation on the roads here as a clown car coming out there from Survivor Fighters. Shots get rained out towards Survivor Fighters V2 from Survivor Fighters. That's just a tongue-tied right there as ever. And here come the push on towards the members of... Ooh, Nas Gaming could actually potentially just go and get this kills coming in from here as the shots get rained out towards the Rusty squad here. 2 members will get knocked out straight away, and good work coming out there from Nas Gaming. And Wingate will also get taken out there, and TF2 will be the last member here on the opposite side. He will get blown up by the vehicle, and the Rusty squad will get eliminated out in 17th position there. Unfortunate for them, as now here come Team Majesty in between, coming in from the western side, trying to keep as north as possible, as Slick Daddy Club take lots of shots over towards them as well. As now Survivor Fighters and... ooh, here we go. The fight coming out between these 2 teams. Survivor Fighters V2 just behind us of the Legends. Does spot out Beasto. Can get the last shot on towards him. Some tags go through there, but Legends now trying to gatekeep now 2 of the Survivor Fighter teams here, as they make the rotation in. Warrior going to go up for the pickup, as Dongo just going to be holding stationary here, trying to see what they can do. TF2 will take out Fearless Coach in the background there, as those team now will get into, is now Dongo going to try and see what he can do towards DVS. Will get knocked out there by Survivor Fighters, and will get flushed out straight away. Legends under a bit of pressure here from them, as Survivor Fighters make their movement up towards it. Team Majesty gets eliminated in 16th position in the end of the day, and that would be from a couple of teams taking shots on towards them. Unfortunately, we didn't get to capture that one, as we're capturing the fight here between Legends and the members of Survivor Fighters. And from the south here, we got DJ Epics, and the rest of them, Warrior will get taken out there by them, as New Anthems gets taken out by Survivor Fighters V2. Let's see what DJ Epics could just spot out. Shirigami trying to crawl his way into here. The shots coming out towards him, and they will get eliminated out in the end of the day there, as DJ Epics will take out Shirigami, and Survivor Fighters will be eliminated. Still Survivor Fighters V2 still in it with 2 members. Legends up to 2 members as well, but they're going to get gatekept here by the members of Team Diversity. And for the Legends, this is looking grim for them at this stage, as they try and get themselves in towards this. Only 1 kill at this stage, and that will only push them up towards 10th position and tied with 9th position at this stage. Can they get a couple more kills out of this and get themselves into towards top now? Good shot coming out there from Headshot, as he tries to gatekeep the members of Survivor Fighters V2. Shots coming out there from Team Diversity on towards Survivor Fighters as well. Shots now behind. The spotter gets now spots out a headshot in the compound here. Oops, what can he do here? That's spot out. Jesus does get knocked out there, as Jesus will throw out a grenade towards him, and now we'll just be left with Headshot left alive inside this compound, as Frenchie will take out Rashad from V2, as Bisto, last member, is surviving here for the members of V2 survivors. And for Headshot now, it's going to be very, very tough as the zone shifts over towards the north. Kind of a hard shift coming out there yet again, And what can Headshot do here? Can he try and push his way through the members of Diversity here? Brothers in Arms need to make their movement into towards the zone as well. And as now Jesus will get the confirm on towards Oops. Furiku making their rotation in from the south here, as well as now Headshot does get in towards his vehicle here. We'll be rotating just past Bisto here, or he's going to get awfully close here. Will he take the shots on towards Headshot? Not at this stage, as now they will continue on the rotation here for V2. Wally will get knocked out there by HK Magics along with Bluff there. We're going to go over towards that fight, as that fight is now kicking off in the north hand side here. 3 members of Slick Daddy Club getting eliminated. There's the Silent Killers continue on their way, also trying to vie for the spot inside the top 9. This will push them up towards 17 points, stretching their lead further away from the members of Brothers in Arms and the Legends as well, alongside Team Wolves, who still have 3 members alive at this stage, as now JMSP will take the shots on towards Death Seekers. Outcast getting knocked out there as well. Headshot now will pick up 1 knock there as he'll make his movement. Can he get the knock on towards Cans? As he spots out Cans on the top there, he does get some damage over towards Cans. Great shot there coming out from Headshot, and he will pick up 3 kills as well, getting himself ever so closer towards us. But now Brothers in Arms against Fairy Crew. What can they do? Brothers in Arms getting knocked out here at the end of the day. And there's just the 1 member left for Brothers in Arms, Gasman. And I think he may have DC'd here. And this is unfortunate for Brothers in Arms. This is not what you want to see. Getting taken out by a DC in the end of the day. And it's heartbreaking for the members of Brothers in Arms. Unfixed. What more can go wrong for Brothers in Arms?
It's really unfortunate for them. I was hoping to see them get a couple of kills, maybe a decent placement in this game to make it through to the top 8. But that's just really unfortunate for them.
Yeah, it is really unfortunate. It looks like Gasman has reconnected, but I don't think he has enough time to get the meds off here. Oh, they'll be eliminated out in 12th position, and they won't be able to make the rest of the top 9 there with the points that they accumulated inside this lobby. Really unfortunate for them, as now Feriku try and may continue securing their spot inside the top 9 here, as now Deathmog, last member standing here for Against All Odds. Against All Odds also have a potential to lose out here should they go out at the wrong time here. So Against All Odds also needs to be quite careful here. Medea might just peek up here and spot out Deathmog. In the end, Mars will go down towards the zone, as now comes Diversity down the hill here towards Deathmog. Jesus won't spot out him at this stage. Deathmog will get spotted out by Medea, and Against All Odds will get eliminated out in 11th position, only picking up the 1 point there. They'll push them up towards 19, as Joshi Boshi will get eliminated out in 10th position. But Slick Daddy Club topping the leaderboard at this stage will be secured in towards the top 9. Nos Gaming as well getting secured. 10 kills for Nos Gaming. What I mean, this team's just not stopping. They look to try and take out the win inside this lobby. Team Wolves, still a potential for them to get themselves further into this game and take out the chicken dinner, as Bad Girl will get taken out there by Lazan, as the Fairy Crew will continue on their way. The Molotov will come out towards them. Diversity just below them. Emilio takes the shots out towards Medea, as Abdu will get the shot. A great shot there coming out from Abdu, as Fairy Crew will get eliminated out in 9th position there, leaving just Team Wolves here left just with 1 member. Can he get the knock on towards him? But he'll get eliminated out in 8th position. That'll only pick up them 2 points in the end of the day, and that won't be enough for the members of Team Wolves either. Genesis coming under pressure here from Team Diversity as they're trying to make their way down from Stalber Hill here, as now they will be spotted out. GJ Apex Smokes giving them a little bit of cover here, as Android will continue on the rotation towards the north here. Silently here, 99 Thieves though, getting themselves into a good position yet again here. And what can they do? Solstay will take a couple shots over towards Mitch Main. Norman will confirm onto Born Slippy, picking them up, and an extra kill here. As now JMSP will be fighting Survivor Fighters V2. Will go out in 7th position, remaining team 6. And this is unfortunate for some teams. I think all these teams are in here, bar the Genesis. If they were to win this, could potentially get themselves into a top 9 spot. They're currently on 5 kills. 5 points. Will pick themselves up to 9 now. And Pleb will spot Norman. Will get the knock on towards DJ Epics there in the end of the day. As the shots get rained out there from 99 Thieves. They are trying to gate 2 teams at this stage as the zone does finish its shrink. As the Silent Killers will now take some shots over towards the Nos Gaming crew, just leaving TF2 alive here. Can they win out this fight towards TF2? Shots come raining out towards them as the grenades are just too powerful for the Nos crew. As now Silent Killers look to try and advance in towards the zone as well. JMSP just taking the skirmish over towards the members of 99 Thieves. Patrick with the VSS. And the VSS unfixed. I mean, a couple
really,
of SA teams like this game, so what are your thoughts?
yeah. It's really interesting and surprising sometimes to see the VSS being used in comp. It's something I would much rather use in public games, but maybe for some players the gun just works, you know, they are able to do the damage and get the kills, and you know, if it's a favorite, it's a favorite.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is doing some work against Frenchie here for Patrick Bray. He's tagged up Frenchie quite a bit here, and the tags keep on coming out here towards him as the shots get rained out towards him. And Mitch Main will confirm onto Casey as now the members of JMSP now look to try and push on towards the members of 99 Thieves. Soul Slayer will get knocked out there. Play for Norman left alive here as now Norman, last member standing here. Can they win out the shield? They can indeed. JMSP will eliminate the 99 Thieves out in 5th position there, as now we get revealed our top 4 teams here. The Rusty Genesis though could potentially just snake this one in here, but Frenchie gets spotted out there by Abdu, and the rotation will come out here and he will look over towards that as Deervelt just spots up the foot there of Frenchie, and Frenchie will make his movement back here as Android will get knocked out there as Patrick Bray with his VSS doing some work there as Genesis will get eliminated out in 4th position. They won't have enough points there to get themselves into the top 9. And these 3 teams that are left actually will qualify into the top 9. The Silent Killers obviously starting their campaign off in 9th position, and they will push themselves a little bit further up the leaderboard there as well. So for these teams that will be able to make it into Sunday's main scrims, Spartacus take some shots over towards JMSP as they're trying to get themselves into there. Good shots coming out there from Spartacus onto Mitch Main. He's got that 15 times. I mean, that juicy 15 times you always like to see. Coming out. There's a bit of an odd scope though. Hey, unfixed. I feel.
It is a little bit odd. It's not something you see that often on DMRs. Although I can confirm using a 15x on a mini is pretty nice. But it's more the Balti players using the 15x on their Baltis.
100% agree with you there. Get Rick gets tagged up yet again with an SKS 15 times from Spartacus. Shots getting rained out. You can see the peeking that Spartacus is always doing here. You can see peek, shoot, peek, shoot. You can see not keeping his position there for too long and not able to get that easy headshot on towards Spartacus. So some good like movement here from Spartacus inside this zone. It's a good, you know, for the new players coming into the scene, watching what he's doing here, keeping his head moving at all times here, making it difficult for the other team to get a headshot on towards him. So some good movement here from Spartacus. HK Magic, last member standing here for the Silent Killers as he comes in from the north. It does get spotted out here, and it'll just be kind of a skirmish here, long-range skirmish here between the two teams. JMSP do have the zone advantage at this stage, and what does the members of Diversity... I do beg your pardon. They have to play off this hill here. This is going to be tough here for the members of Diversity to get themselves into the zone, as Abdu does make a run for it. So does Android in towards their smoke. Now here come team JMSP need to spot this one out, and it doesn't look like they have at this stage as they made their movement in here. HK Magic will take some shots over towards Spartacus there in the background. Jesus now will play above the members of JMSP. This is a good move, a good position here for Jesus. Oh, the shot coming out there from Mitchmain does get spotted out. He's got that level 3 gear, but that level 3 gear is almost done. Zos as Abdu now will try and get the shot on towards them. Oh, HK Magic making sure that he's not going down without a fight. Will go for the meds straight away. Abdu will come up above him here. Can he win this fight? One out towards HK Magic. HK Magic is going to be hit by the zone here, but Abdu will do the job in the end. And Silent Killers will go out in third position. Predictions. Who do you think is going to win this game? Unfixed. Go.
Oh, that is definitely a tough one. I'm going to go with Team Diversity for this one.
Okay, you go Team Diversity.
As you can see, Jesus has already taken some control in the zone, and it's going to make it a little bit difficult for JMSP to move into it, as they'll be looking to gatekeep them.
100%. You gotta have to win these aim duels now. You can see Getrick trying to see if he can spot out Jesus here. Does spot him out here. We know that level 3 armor is. He needs to take these shots though. He needs to take these shots and make sure he gets these shots in as Jesus makes his movement. And I think Getrick may have lost the moment there for JMSP in the end of the day. He's trying to keep himself silent here, so we keep on Getrick's perspective here. I'm going to root for JMSP here. Let's see what they can do. Well, each of us will have our own team here that we're going to be going for here, but Getrick is such a pinnacle player inside this one. He needs to hit these shots. He can't. He will now go. He will get the one knock on towards Jesus here, but the rest of his team is getting battered in the background here, but he does get spotted out by Android. Spartacus is just below him as well, so he's going to get spotted out by Spartacus as the shots come raining out towards him, and he will get knocked out by Spartacus. And Team Diversity looking to take out this last chicken dinner in the end. And what can they do? They do get the pickup. Bitchmain will bleed out to, in the end, Mr. Beef Chuck. What can he do here against Diversity? Jesus, not much he can do. Looks like they're going to try and secure themselves a little bit extra points here in the end of the day. As now the shots come raining out here from Abdu, and Team Diversity will take out the chicken dinner winner with 15 kills in the end of the day. Really good job for them. Unfixed, you got it right.
Yeah, that was really well played by Team Diversity there. JMSP also doing some good work there. Getrick with the initial knock onto Jesus. Just unfortunate that he got spotted out there by, I think it was Spartacus.
100%. Yeah, so in first was Team Diversity with 15 kills. In second, JMSP will round it out with 7 kills in total. That'll push them up the leaderboard as well, and they will secure their place in Sunday's battles. Third position was Silent Killers, finishing off with 6 kills. In fourth, the Rusty Genesis will round out with 4 kills in the end. And in fifth position was the 99 Thieves, who will be out with 3 kills. And they will also secure themselves in towards the main Sunday battles as well for the first time. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. A great pre-scrims. There was some great games there. Some weird zones, unfixed weird zones. I think the weirdest zones I've seen in for this year at least, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Some really interesting zones we've seen. Overall, it's been a pretty exciting and entertaining night. So it was really, really nice to see some of the exciting stuff happening, especially with those kind of zones that we've had. So it's been really enjoyable to watch.
Oh, 100%. Well, that is it from us, guys and girls. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I do see the internet's kind of busy going a little bit haywire, but looks like we're all back as well. But thank you so much for joining us this evening for PUBG Africa pre-battles. We'll see you guys on Sunday for the pre-battle. And Fix, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you had fun.
Yes, I've really had a lot of fun. Thank you for having me, Godfather. It's been really nice to be here and to cast the games with you.
Awesome. Okay, guys, until Sunday, stay safe out there. We'll see you then. Cheers for now.